Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea. The news flow this August is extraordinary. Of course, Anne-Marie Horton in Anchorage will have really special coverage tomorrow from Alaska on a summit, or as Tina Fordham said, maybe it's a non-summit. We'll have to see on that. Lindy Fox was wonderful with CFR in Germany as well. But, it'll be an interesting day tomorrow. It has been an interesting week as well. One of the high points was Jonathan Ferrell's really informative interview, which let us see a snapshot, if you will, a movable feast almost, of how the Secretary of Treasury is thinking. This is Mr. Bessent, and he was really quite something about cutting interest rates. There has been a firestorm of response on Wall Street. Here's Jim Bianco Research.
He basically said any model suggests that that interest rates should be cut by 1.5% to 1.75%. I'll come back and say to you that there's no model that says that if you have a 3% interest rate, that you should be cutting interest rates by that much. And John authored something about that yesterday, and he'll talk more about that. That the idea that interest rates should go below the inflation rate when the inflation rate is this high is unprecedented. It's never been there when it's been above 3%. It should stay above the inflation rate by some premium. And that's why I think that the current funds rate at 4.25% to 4.5% is very close to neutral. And that's why I was saying earlier, if you want to cut interest rates, and the Fed looks like they're going to, you're not going to get the desired economic growth outcome. You're going to get an inflationary outcome.
Jim Bianco there with One View. Let us remind ourselves that 18 months ago, almost 2 years ago, he was courageous in calling for resilient inflation. He was very lonely in that call. Since we taped that, we got the PPI report, and it was really something. I can't say enough about the heat of the research notes coming out after 8:30 this morning. A high point of the day, we're going to rip up the script here. Scott Ladner joined us. He has an incredible career in derivative mathematics and in trading investment at Wachovia and now on to Horizon. And he came in, and I said, what's up? And he said, his interns and AI. This is riveting for every parent battling the modern technology with their kids. On your children and the effect of artificial intelligence. Scott Ladner, Horizon.
It doesn't look like it. And that is actually, that's sort of the peril of AI right now that we're starting to try to figure out is like how much, how much below the surface are some of these kids getting, and are they using it as a crutch to sort of hide how little they actually know? This is it's a real thing, and we're figuring it out in real time, and it's like what we've seen so far is it's a little bit scary. I don't love what I see right now out of the really, really young ones, like that 24, 25-year-old. They're still kids, but they know enough still to use it and be productive. But the really young ones, I'm worried right now they're using it as too much of a crutch.
And aside there for August and back to school, we're on podcasts, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, on YouTube podcasts. It's single best idea.